So let's say X number of years from now, and if you could fill out what year that would be, maybe. And, we've dunked the ball. Can you paint a vision of how much better my life is as an American because of all of this? I don't actually live in the States, so it doesn't apply to me. And I'm in Greece. So whatever happens in the US, we're going to
I
be.
think it applies to you
It
in
applies at a
Greece.
slower pace. But I do have solar panels that heats my water. So we're going to take that success. I just think like one thing that has really been missing in the climate discussion generally is the selling point of, as you were saying before, if we don't want to be camping for the rest of our lives, this is going to be how awesome your life is when we make this climate transition. And it's one thing to have all the tech going out there like EVs and stuff, but if the uptake isn't there, it's not going to work. So I would love to hear your vision of like, this is what your daily life would be in 2030 or 2040, and like why you're going to be wildly happy that this all has been done.
So I think everyone got a preview of this during COVID, right? Where, you know, everything shut down for like 3 or 4 months. And amazingly, our air got cleaner. You were like, I can breathe in my neighborhood. The skies are far bluer than I've ever seen them in my entire lifetime. I think that matters. I think that we have the technology to make that permanent all the time without a pandemic to make that happen. That's extraordinary, right? And I think that in general, folks are like, well, we have to be pragmatic about it. I don't know. There's a transition, whatever, whatever. I'm like, do you want clean air? Do you want less people to go to the hospital for asthma attacks? Like, do you want like clear blue skies? If you do, then we're on track to delivering that in the 2030s. But the same thing's true for like maternal health, right? One of the top reasons why women die in childbirth is because they have to give birth to cell phone light in many countries. We have the ability to solve that next week. Next week, right? We should do that. And it happens to be clean energy technologies that causes this breakthrough. But when you look at We Care Solar and some of these nonprofits that have these suitcase solar, technologies where they can, outfit a maternal health clinic with electricity and the basic equipment you need to take care of most complications, it's extraordinary, right? The same thing's true for, like telecom towers and kerosene. There are many places around the world that spend billions of dollars every year on kerosene. And there's like mobsters that steal the kerosene vouchers and then make people like pay to get to pay higher kerosene. You have a lot of people who have burns from those kerosene, and you meet them every day and you're like, where's that burn from? That's a kerosene burn. We can eliminate that next week, right? Like, I just think that in terms of making people's lives better, we can do that now. And I just think that sometimes we're just too practical in the way that we talk about this. I think we need to commit ourselves to solving the problems that are cost effective today. And when people say, well, there's this shareholder issue, there's this regulation with the Fed, the SEC needs to weigh in, the Treasury Department has to do this thing, let's solve it. Those are all within our control to figure out how to solve, and it will make people's lives materially better.